If this follow through looks like one of yours, where you see the golf club exit low and left, this video is for you, because I've recently been coaching one of my online students and he was really struggling with release. And now, the reason he was struggling with release is he was struggling with his ball flight. He was struggling with fats and thins, but then also just struggling to get that real nice compression into the golf ball. So I worked with him on understanding what he wants from this release pattern, and actually being able to understand and improve your follow through position can make your impact position and your delivery position a whole lot better, because it's going to be really hard for you to change your delivery position and your impact at full speed. We're not going to be able to do it. The mind goes into it's subconscious when you start hitting golf balls, as I'm sure you all know. So what I've got set up here is a nice little drill. I've got an alignment stick there set up quite vertical relative to how I set the shaft up. But what we're going to try and feel here is if I release this golf club incorrectly and get this flipping action through the right wrist, you'll see the golf club wants to kind of exit more horizontal through impact, and it's going to hit the stick. Okay, it's not going to do any damage, the stick's far enough away, it's not going to impale my hands or anything, but it's just going to move into the stick. Now what I want to see is if we understand that the takeaway position is here, the delivery position is here, we want some symmetry in the follow through. So we release the club and we work up, okay? So this golf club really shouldn't get very close to that alignment stick at all. The shaft of the club's pointing relatively close to the target line, and then it hinges on that 45-degree angle. Okay, so it hinges on a similar angle to what the stick's set up at. It's about 50 degrees or so, 60 degrees. So it starts to hinge more upwards. What we see with golfers that flip it is the shaft hinges through here at that kind of horizontal angle. So the first real nice drill that I like from this, and there's two versions of this. The little I call it a 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Now, from face on, it looks like a right angle position. From down the line, it's not straight vertical, it's on that 45-degree angle. Again, this probably matches that alignment stick behind me, okay? And as I come back down, I'm gonna hit into the ball, and as I work through, I'm back into that 9 o'clock position here, or 3 o'clock, whichever way you're looking at it. And the shaft's not vertical, it's on that kind of 45-degree-ish angle, okay? So you can just hit shots there, there. And the reason why I said there's two drills, you can put your feet as if you were going to hit your full shot. So just get used to that. So there. What I love to tell my players to do, go and grab your wedge. Like, this is a pitch, okay? Go and grab your wedge, sand wedge, pitching wedge, gap wedge, whatever it is. Get yourself, figure out how far it's going to go, get yourself near a green, and go and work on your release pattern. But actually you're working on pitch, and you're killing two birds with one stone, as we say. So you've got your pitch that you can do into a pitch setup there, and suddenly you get really, really good at that 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock position. You're getting into the delivery, your weight's on your lead side, you're working up through that lead side, which allows this golf club to release there. So you see how the butt of the club comes back to my body. I'm not staying down, so I'm not letting the butt of the club go over here. So that's a lack of release. I'm releasing the golf club up through the lead side there. So from the 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock swing, I could be producing a, I don't know, 50-yard shot with a sand wedge. Go and stand 50 yards from the pin and just pitch it all day long. Get a real feel for your understanding. The second little drill I just did then was one-handed, so using the left hand. So 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And just every time I come through here, I can just see the golf club working at a similar angle to this alignment stick, okay? It's a beauty, it's an absolute beauty. Just understanding my release pattern. Now again, I'll come back to it, and I say this on pretty much every video I make. If your grip is just all kinds of wrong, this release pattern is completely irrelevant to you. Because if I do that release pattern with a super strong grip, I'm gonna hook it so far left, okay? If I do that release pattern with a super weak grip, I'm not even gonna get it back to target. So you have to be relatively neutral. And you have to, no matter what YouTube golf tip you go and watch, you're gonna have to be relatively neutral in your setup to perform them anyway. Okay, there's not many golf coaches out there that are gonna teach you how to release the golf club correctly with a really bad grip, okay? Because if you've got a really bad grip, the last thing you want is rotation. If you've got a really strong grip, which is the most common one, the last thing you want is rotation on that face, because you're going to be hooking it into that clubhouse. Okay, so we don't need to go that side. We don't want to go that side. So this is, I have to kind of asterisk this and be like, your grip has to be pretty neutral. Okay, so the little left-handed drill is lovely. You get that feel there, the shaft angle there, parallel to that alignment stick. You've got your 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock swing, which is my favorite. You could do this with your feet together. Again, it helps you with the consistency of your ball striking. Makes beautiful ball striking. One thing that Pete Cowan always said to me as well is, like, if he was teaching golfers from scratch, you'd have them with the feet together for the first 6 months, really get an understanding of how the upper body works, how pressure works, how striking works. Then we complicate the move by getting the stance wide, getting rotation and getting more lateral shift. So the stance complicates everything. Then once you're comfortable, the proof will be in the pudding when the ball flight goes. There we are. Nice little shot. Just missed it left, pulled it a little bit. So really important to understand the mechanics of your release pattern. And often you can only really focus on your follow through to help you with impact and delivery, because that's the bit we've got more control of. Guys, if you would like personalized coaching from me, head over to the Skillist app. The link is down in the description below. I will give you 50% off your first month. All you've got to do is comment Carter50 and you'll get 50% off. Drop me a DM when you get over there if you've got any questions. We'll also make a jump on a Zoom call, discuss your game and some goals moving forward. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And before I fully go, guys, check out this next video. This one could be a really helpful one to you as well. But a lot of players struggle with connection, the quality of connection. And I see, and we're going to use one of my online students as a case study for this lesson. William is a player that is a great player, by the way, plays off one handicap, but always struggled to really find that compression into the ball. And we could see on his downswing that as he came into impact, this lead hip never really got in front of the lead foot. So he always stayed behind the lead foot. What he was really good at was being able to delay the release of his hands as he came through impact. But he still felt like he struggled with the quality of his compression. As a result of that, and because he put on so much more rotation in the downswing, he did feel like he struggled with the consistency in his ball flight as well. Now, this is a great lesson to every golfer out there. We want to make sure that we're able to create enough lateral movement to get the body more across and in front of the golf ball with the irons, okay? This is going to help you delay the release of your hands. A lot of players, and William was an exception to this, because he had lots of rotation, he had great use of the hands through impact. The majority of players, though, as they come through, they get this rotation, and because as a result of this, the hands start to release early. Now this might look something more like you, where the shaft is leaning away from the target and we've got an additional bit of loft on the club.